We've rescued thousands of dogs here at National Mill Dog Rescue. Each and every one of them have gone from our caring hands into the loving arms of adoptive families. Families just like yours. As you're about to see, it may not be easy adopting one of our dogs, but we have thousands of families who will attest to what an incredibly rewarding and wonderful experience it can be. I would love for you to join them.
Hi, welcome to National Mill Dog Rescue. Thank you so much for filling out an adoption application, and most importantly, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. This video is the first step in our adoption process and what we consider to be the most important. Our adoption process, it is lengthy because these dogs are so special that we need to find out as much about you as we possibly can. So I think it's very important that you watch this adoption video prior to coming to visit our kennel, because we would like you to have a clear understanding up front of the issues that mill dogs face. Once you come to the kennel and you see these cute little purebred dogs that you don't see at other rescues or humane societies, and you just see this little dog and you just want to take it, but it's very important that before coming to the kennel that you are well educated with mill dog issues.
We rescue dogs from puppy mills. Puppy mills are large commercial breeding farms where dogs live in small wire cages all their life. They never come out of that space to socialize, run, get vet care, nothing. Their one single purpose in life is to produce puppies for pet stores. What people don't understand is the price that the parents pay to make it easy for people to go and buy puppies. Those dogs literally receive little to no vet care. Their worth is measured only in their ability to reproduce, and the care they receive is absolutely minimal. So we go out about once a month out to the big commercial breeding farms, the puppy mills. It is a taxing experience. We're traveling many, many miles over a short period of time. We usually rescue between 50 and 100 dogs. We bring them back to our kennel, and they come straight out of those cages when we get them. So they're everywhere from terrified, bitey, horrible coat and nail condition, health issues. So it's quite a while from the time we rescue them from those cages before they're even available for adoption. We have a lot of time and effort to put into them, both from a veterinary care standpoint, rehabilitation standpoint, and you'll see that when you come to our kennel.
Within several days of the dog's arrival, they receive a thorough examination from our veterinarian. After being bathed and groomed, they receive medication for deworming, and they also receive a preventative for fleas, ticks, and mites. They're heartworm tested, and they'll receive vaccinations. Pretty consistently, we see bad dental disease, and so we're very prepared to deal with all components that go into that. So with the dental procedure, depending on their age, they'll receive a cleaning and they may need dental surgery. We're asked a lot about why the dog's tongue is hanging out. That's because the teeth hold the tongue in the mouth. So those dogs with severe dental disease can lose all their teeth. When the infection is gone and the rotten teeth are removed, the dog is much healthier and they're no longer in pain. Also, the dogs who lose their teeth can eat moistened kibble, and they do just fine with that. They eat with no problem. In fact, this eliminates the need for future dental procedures, which can be very costly. And then prior to adoption and before leaving the building, all the dogs will be spayed or neutered, and they'll be microchipped. All the dogs will be medically stable before they will be adopted. If they have a long-term medical issue that will need to be managed, we will make sure that potential adopters are completely informed about everything related to their care going forward. Once the adoption is final, the medical care becomes the responsibility of you, the adoptive family. It's not uncommon for dogs to be adopted with prescriptions, particularly if they're adopted right after their spay, neuter, or dental surgery. On adoption day, you'll receive a folder that contains notes from our vet. It'll also have their rabies certificate and other important information that will help you care for your new family member. So, by providing extensive veterinary care, our goal at NMDR is to ensure the health and well-being of your new family member.
So here at MilDog, we really do have a different demographic of dog. These dogs have never been in a home. It's probably not going to be leash trained, probably not going to be potty trained, may not like to be touched. But we just want you to know that ultimately, whatever dog we match you up with, we feel like is going to make a great companion for your home. So with our dogs, it's important to realize that time is the only way to get past the trauma they've been through. All of our dogs will acclimate to touch with the proper time, patience, and actions. They're still domestic animals and they still have that innate, inherent ability to want to love and want to be connected to a person, but they don't know what that looks like. So although many of our dogs exhibit a more mild level of fear, we feel it's important for you to see the varying degrees of fearful behavior, from mild to extreme. So this dog right here is exhibiting a mild level of fear from one of our MilDogs. She has stiff posture. You can see the whites of her eyes. Her ears are back. You can tell she's insecure. She doesn't want me to touch her, but she will let me. The cowering, the shaking, the overall fear of a human touch is very typical of our dogs, but this is actually mild for our dogs. It is something that we can work through, though, with time and patience. So this black dog here is exhibiting a moderate amount of fear in what we see in MilDogs. He clearly doesn't want to be anywhere near me. He's going to pace back and forth, and it's going to take me a lot of effort to catch him. And really, that's what it is with a dog like this. It's catching them. They're not going to come to you. They're not going to respond to you like a normal dog would. He's stiff. His mouth is shut. His body language is saying he's not enjoying this and he's scared. This is actually a dog that used to bite, and we've worked on rehabbing some. He's actually doing pretty well at the moment, but at any moment this dog is ready to run. So this is another example of a dog that has gone through the MilDog process that we've gotten to a certain point where now he's only exhibiting a moderate amount of fear, and we'll get him even further with time and patience. This dog is going to be an example of a fear biter, a more aggressive dog. He will bite if I go into his comfort zone. Right now he's warning me. He's looking away, his ears are pinned, he's starting to shake, he's got the curl to his lip. He's going to bare his teeth as I come closer. So with this dog, he's telling me clearly the closer I come, the more likely he is to strike. His body language is very obvious. So with a dog like this is a more extreme, fearful case. But even a dog like this and other dogs like him can absolutely become wonderful companions with the time and training that we put into them here at National MilDog Rescue. So if we were to put a dog like this in with children or someone who was intimidated by the dog, this dog could go back to its original state of being a fear biter. So it's very important that we place this dog in a home that's going to continue to work with him so he can continue to move forward in life and learn to be a good companion animal. So if you put in the work and with time and patience, your dog will become a committed, loving member of your family.
Now that you have a better understanding of how fearful some of our dogs can be, it's very important for you to have an understanding of a term we call flight risk when you bring your new dog home. Flight risk is essentially the end result of fear. And the dog that's extremely fearful may find any and every way to get out of your house, away from you, out of your yard. When they run, they are in it for one purpose only, and that's just to get away from whatever it is that's making them afraid, and they don't stop running. So always have to be a step ahead of safety around this dog. And that is why our adoption process, we ask for pictures of your house, pictures of your yard, pictures of your fence as it approaches your gates. The security of the fence is what is most necessary. What we're looking for is a fence that runs very close to the ground, where there's not a lot of gaps there, You know, people might think around a certain gate, oh, that's very secure, but you come to us and a lot of our dogs are small, you'd be shocked what they can squeeze through. Dogs will find, little dogs especially, they will find little places to either make a little bit bigger or just squeeze their way through there if they're very timid. So we might ask for somebody to measure something, actually take a picture, put a tape measure on there and see that hole or that gap in the fence. Or we may say, hey, we're going to come and visit you and look at your fence up close and personal and give you some ideas how to make the fence more secure. If you don't have a fenced yard, it's going to limit the dogs available that you'll be able to take home. But we have other dogs that are not that timid and can do just fine in a home without a fenced yard. We've also worked with adopters where they've been committed to coming out to the kennel a few times a week and leash training their dog, along with our teams, so that we are really confident when this dog goes home to a non-fenced yard, it is a very good leash walker. And identification on any dog, it's just critical. You've got to keep your ID tags on. It's actually part of the contract that people sign, is that they will keep our tag on the dog forever, and we recommend they get a tag with their own name and phone number on it. It's the difference between getting your dog back right now, or very quickly, or having to go through a big rigmarole that goes on for days. It's critical. It's a contractual obligation for a reason. Chasing a mill dog is futile. If you chase them, they will run. Chasing the dog is the first way to send it even further off into the bushes or danger or right out in front of a car in the streets. If you bring one of our dogs home and it gets out, the best thing a person can do is call us. Call the lost dog phone number immediately. And the sooner we know, the more likely the dog's going to be recovered. And we want to be made aware of it. And we do not judge. We do not judge people. It has happened to all of us. The most effective way to get a dog found safely is that a lot of people know about it right away. So just call us, and our team will start that ball rolling. It's not safe to have dogs off leash unless they're in a fenced area. Unleashed dogs are unsafe dogs. It's just that simple. Fearful unleashed dogs are extremely unsafe dogs. So it's a contractual obligation that dog is always on a leash. Every adopter, everyone who's applied for one of our dogs should have a good understanding of the term flight risk and how it relates to fear. But these dogs do come around and they do become family members. And we have thousands of examples of that.
Here at National Mill Dog Rescue, one of the most frequently asked questions we get from potential adopters is about potty training. We have some tips to help you with that. Most of our dogs are not puppies, they are older. They've only lived in a cage, so they only know to potty in a cage, so they do not have any concept of pottying outside. So they need to be gently taught this. It's the same as training a puppy, potty training a puppy, but it could take a little bit longer because they're an older dog. The key to our potty training is consistency and structure. We recommend that you feed your dogs on a schedule. Twice a day is ideal. We do not recommend that you free feed or leave food out all the time. It is best to take your dog to the same spot immediately upon waking up, 30 minutes after meals, and frequently throughout the day. So as soon as they go potty outside, you want to make sure that you praise your dog for being successful, and then we'd like you to use a high-value treat. High value meaning rotisserie chicken or bacon. And as soon as they go potty outside, they get that treat. And ideally, you would only use that treat when they go potty. You can use other treats for other things, but when they go potty, you want it to be that treat that they will do anything for. And start using words. So whatever word you choose, you can use outside, let's potty, words like that. And then for inside, while they're learning to potty outside, you can use pee pads, belly bands, and potty pants to manage accidents during the potty training phase. So we will provide you with belly bands and show you how to use those. Dogs really learn from each other, so if you have a dog that is already potty trained, it is really good to let your new dog, your new family member, follow your other dogs around, watch what they do. They will also learn from you praising that dog. So if you're praising your dog each time they go potty, your new family member will also learn from that and watch how that's being done. It is also very important that everyone in the family is on board with this potty training procedure and that everyone aboard follows the same procedure consistently. So patience is really, really key with our dogs. And the only way you're going to get them potty trained is by remaining calm and kind and patient. But they do figure it out.
So, using these tips, consistency and patience, your dog will become potty trained quicker than you can imagine. You can find further tips in your adoption folder.
Our kennel is open by appointment only to approved adopters. When you have an appointment at Lily's Haven, our staff will greet you at the front door. We do like every member of the family, including your dogs in your home, to come to the kennel. So we ask that you bring your dog. We'll get you checked in. We will ask you to sign a waiver and take you on a tour of our kennel. When you walk through the kennel, some of our dogs, they're running to the front like they want love and attention. But once you take them out of that safe kennel area into a socialization room, they're scared. We get to know our dogs very well, and we match according to what we know about you and how well we know our dogs. We will take you into a socialization room with your dog of your choice, and you can spend as much time with them as you like. Our adoptions counselors consider themselves matchmakers, and even if you apply for a specific dog or have your heart set on a specific dog, it doesn't mean that you are exactly a good match for that dog. A few of our dogs find more comfort in other dogs than they do in people, and we will require that a few of those dogs are adopted into a home where there's already another dog in the family, because initially that's where they will learn how to be a dog. Please understand that it is our discretion to place our dogs in the right home. We want to see every single dog in our kennel go home, but we want to see them go to the right home. So I think it's very important to listen to what we have to say. We know our dogs, and we want to set you up for success. The good news is we have placed thousands and thousands of dogs into loving homes, and our dogs do go on to become very well-adjusted and loving members of your family. So when your dog first walks into your home, this is likely the first time they've ever been outside of a kennel setting. So give them their space. Give them a few days, maybe a week or two, to acclimate and get used to your surroundings. Don't give them full reign of the house at first. That's probably overwhelming. But just give them their own space, and then gradually, as they get more comfortable, you can increase that space.
So in closing, we just want to say we appreciate so much your interest in our dogs here at National Mill Dog Rescue, and we appreciate you taking the time to watch this informational video. We are all extremely committed to finding wonderful forever homes for our dogs, and our dogs, although they do come to us traumatized and fearful, through our help and yours, they do heal and become wonderful, loving family members. From all of us at Mill Dog Rescue, thank you.